It's such a disappointing reading your report as well. I mean, there I was in Le Bourget in 2015, hoping that this was the start of something extraordinary. And it has been something extraordinary, hasn't it? But just not enough in your view.
That's right. And this is the fifth outlook. And in our first outlook in 2017, we predicted that by 2050, the world's energy system would be split 50% fossil and 50% non-fossil. Today, 4 years on from making that prediction, we are making the same prediction. And as you said, it's not that nothing is happening. We see encouraging transitions within electricity, that this is set to double over the next 30 years, and that electricity is becoming relatively green.
Remi, every single company, and I mean every single company we speak to hundreds of the CEOs and what have you from the C-suite as well, say they've got a sustainability strategy, they've got an ESG strategy, they've got a CE, circular economy strategy. Are you now here accusing a vast number of our guests, and you can do it obviously because we're not naming names, are you accusing them of greenwash?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we have done quite a good progress within building out more electricity. So more of the demand side are moving into electricity, and that electricity is becoming greening. What we have not been doing well on, and which we need to invest a lot more in, it's to make the hard to abate sectors more sustainable, meaning less dependent on fossil fuels. So that's what we call the indirect electrification, because not everything can be electrified. And here we are talking about hydrogen and hydrogen-related products.
Remi, you make the point that it's hard to decarbonize sectors. You point to shipping, for instance, trucking, aviation, heavy industry, and that more money is required, more investment. But are there any early indications that the technology is out there that can be scaled down the track?
Well, let me just make one point before that. And just if all the electricity today was green, we will not meet the Paris Agreement. So that's why these hard to abate sectors are needed. And hydrogen is one part of that solution to make the aviation, shipping, and also high heat processes in manufacturing switch from coal, gas and oil into hydrogen-related products.
So when it comes to what we're seeing at a European level and the amount of money that is being channeled into green initiatives, is it not reaching the right place, or is it simply that the money that has been pledged to this point is not great enough given the size of the challenge?
Well, you can look at solar PV and wind. They have reached their competitive status because of 20 years of prior development and stimulus. The same 20-year ramp-up period applies also to EVs, and they have about 5 years to go before they totally outcompete internal combustion vehicles. Hydrogen reaches competitiveness only in the 2040s, and the great challenge for us now and for everybody is to try to make hydrogen exponential, like we have seen solar and PV and wind and to some extent battery technologies, and make that exponential sooner by at least 10 years so that it can start scale already in the 2030s.